Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be benchmarking Black Myth Wukong, and yeah, I've actually got the game downloaded a few days ago and I've just got the time to play it a bit. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the settings. Now we will be trying out most of the settings, and not all of the settings, but I'm trying to show you guys like what's up playable settings here. So we'll be starting with like a high settings. Let's not use FSR, let's just use TSR. So here the best super resolution sampling is actually TSR, because it's like baked into the Unreal Engine itself. So yeah, now we'll try with high settings, and it's on medium for some reason. Okay, we'll do high right now. This is, I think, a realistic settings. See, it doesn't have like blur or any kind of that stuff going on the screen. I must say this game looks really good. With high settings, TSR, we're getting about 60 on a narrow path. Let's get into like a bigger area. Yeah, as you can see, expected about like dropping into the 40s. This is high settings. Let's check again. High setting TSR, this is disabled, frame generation disabled, and high settings. Yeah, I must say it's kind of playable with a controller. If you wanted to play like this, it's fine, and on keyboard too. Like, let me try. It's fine, but like you can kind of feel the frame rate, I guess. So yeah, this is high settings. Here above a water and reflections, about 40 FPS. You can play like this, and I think if you want to enjoy this game immersion, like graphically, you wanna play high and above. Even high and very high looks very different in my opinion. Let's engage on enemies here. Not an enemy. I guess some locals. Okay, so the card is undervolted to 1975 megahertz and 975 millivolts. It is running about 7.5 gig of VRAM and running about 72 degrees Celsius. CPU usage, not that much. RAM usage, almost maxed out at 80% at 13.5 gigs. Which is okay. I mean, this is playable, I guess. But like, you don't want to be, if you don't want to be playing on these kind of settings, we can drop it down. Let's drop it down to medium with 100% resolution scale. Yeah, on medium, yeah, a lot of details are not shown, like the grass popping and stuff. If you look far away, the texture looks very dull, I must say. You are playing at 60 though, like 60, 70. And definitely if you like don't care about the graphics, you can play like this, I guess. No, I won't be playing on lower, I think. Like, yeah. To me, like, if I'm gonna be playing these kind of games, I want to enjoy the graphics, so I'll probably play on high settings, but maybe with some tweak, of course. If you have a low-end PC, then yeah, sure, if you really want to play this game, you can play it probably on low settings. But like, okay, like For the sake of it, we'll try low settings, you know. We'll still use the TSR super sampling, super resolution sampling. Okay, this is low settings. It's running about 80 FPS, but it looks so much worse and terrible. It's like an unfinished game. It's even worse than like Elden Ring on low settings. Like, so much quality is being degraded here. They sacrifice a lot of things to make this game work on low settings. This is like ultra low, I think. But yeah, as you can see, like the pop-ins here on the left. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so this is what low settings would look like. Okay, now let's try with frame generation, because I think a frame generation is not actually that bad in this game, right? So we'll go to the high preset right here and then turn on frame generation. There you go. With a controller, it feels fine, honestly. Yeah, we are averaging about 70 FPS. Actually, a very good implementation of frame generation. I want to try with a mouse and keyboard. Okay, with mouse and keyboard right now, you definitely feel the delay just a little bit, not as much as other games implementation of frame generation. And it's actually playable, like not that much of a delay. And you know, it's a single player game, so I'll probably play with this kind of settings, even though with frame gen on with a keyboard and mouse. But you know what? It's fine, right?
Sir, some flesh for our taking.
Yeah, let's fight. Oops. Yeah, it's gone. Right. So this is high settings with a frame generation getting about 80 FPS, 76, 78, 80, even 90 at times, probably when I'm not recording. Okay, now let's try like a very high settings with frame generation. You know what? I don't even bother with it's showing like a the current settings exceed the recommended settings and may lead to performance issues. Yeah, see, they don't actually recommend you to use very high settings. See, as you can see, guys, very high settings looks a lot better than high, but it's suffering from that like texture issue-ish. Like I don't like it. So this is like very high setting with frame generation, getting about 53 FPS. So the base FPS is about like what, 20, 25, not even close to 30. And yeah, input lag much worse. You can feel it even on the controller. Let's try with the mouse and keyboard. Yeah, no, actually it's not that bad. The camera sway, but the input camera sway is not that bad actually, but the input, yeah, not really that much of a problem actually with mouse and keyboard. Well, let's continue with a controller. With very high settings, the GPU usage is not even close to like 95% up, because I think we are sometimes limited by the VRAM itself. But yeah, very high setting looks very good actually.
Who are you?
You can actually play like this too if you want. I like very high fidelity experience. It looks good, you know. Okay, now let's try cinematic just for the experiment, I guess. As you can see, we are playing on 1080p with sharpening intensity at 3. Okay, this is cinematic. Cinematic with frame gen looks a lot better, of course, but FPS about 20-ish. I don't think it's playable like this, actually. It feels like so much worse. Oh no, that input lag though.
And you cut me short!
Input lag is very bad with this cinematic. I'd say just play on high, you know. Game looks very good on the cinematic though. And it feels like a cinematic experience, like 24 FPS. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go back to high. Okay guys, I think I'll end the video here. Look at this. Oh my god, the game looks really nice. And in conclusion, just use FrameGen in this game. It has a good implementation, of course, if you have a good enough FPS. But other than that, if you don't really enjoy frame generation, you can turn it down to medium, but you know, it looks a lot worse than high settings. And in my opinion, the ideal graphics for this game is actually very high settings, because it is like, I think, the best visual you can get without compromising too much performance. With high settings, it looks a bit weird sometimes, like the textures doesn't look as much as detailed. And like if you look far away, you can see like all the imperfections. Yeah, that kind of thing if you nitpick the game. But yeah, overall, it's a fun game. And it runs okay on the RX 5700 XT. Not extremely well, but yeah, you can play it. Okay, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.